Rugby Pacific playoffs. An excellent performance tonight. And they win it in Dunedin by 41-24 mils.
Thoroughly deserve it too. They went out on a big lead. The Highlanders showed plenty of heart to come back. But the Chiefs, they stayed, they kept in control, and top spot goes to them. 51 points. They finish first.
There it is, 3 tries to Tupou Vaa'i. Let's go to the hat-trick hero tonight. He's standing by with Joey.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, hat-trick hero, Tupou Vaa'i. Talk me through the 3, obviously 2 in the first half and 1 to finish the game there. Hell of a performance from you personally, mate.
Yeah, it's taken me 3 rounds to get a hat-trick, but I just want to say congrats to George, not just to him, but to his family. 50 games for the Chiefs is massive, and he's a Chiefs man through and through, and the Landers really made us work for that one. We know it was up for grabs, so I'm just glad that the game's over and we can move on to next week.
Crazy old game. You guys came out of the blocks white hot, and then the same in the second half. But that Highlanders team, they don't go away. What were the messages that were going on inside your camp to obviously consolidate, but then finish this game off and finish top of the table for this, what's going to be really important for this stretch home?
Yeah, I guess playing under the roof, it's dangerous because the ball's nice and dry, so you can throw the ball around, but no, we just had to go back to our basics and that was through carrying clean, and we obviously went missing there in the second 20 of the first half, but yeah, I was just glad that we come through with the win, and yeah, hopefully those 2 injuries are not serious, and yeah, so.
Mate, for you personally, obviously your form has just gone from strength to strength from the back of off the back of a massive All Black season into another huge Chiefs season. What have you focused on this year to keep growing your game and get better?
I'm just grateful for the blessing of my son Carlo. Ever since he's come into my life, my perspective in life has changed, and obviously my partner's doing a good job back at home, so I'm just grateful for her for letting me do what I love, and that's to play footy, and yeah, I just give credit to her, so yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. Big kind heart of yours. Keep up the great work. We love watching it. Oh, I love seeing Locke score hat-tricks, mate. Keep it right on. All the best. Good on you, mate.
Well, 5th season for the Chiefs. This man, Mills, who's recently re-signed the 38-test All Black, and he was every bit an All Black tonight against the Highlanders.
And you've got to love the way he's gone about it. Some physicality there. He comes through off the back end of a mistake, anticipates the ball, and he's still got to stride out and finish, plenty of speed. And then the last one as well, we talk about anticipation. Well, he knew the Highlanders were trying to get that ball back, steps up just in behind that ball to be tapped back. There it is. Really good performance of Tupou Vaa'i.
Well, 3 tries for Tupou Vaa'i. Job done for Luke Jacobson's team. Let's head to the captain now, standing by with Laura.
Yes, and a pretty happy captain, I imagine. Luke, congratulations. Officially top of the table. That is a nice way to do it, to really put a stamp on it tonight.
Yeah, awesome way to finish up. Look, we had it there, barring a win tonight. And look, I mean, although the game wasn't perfect, we got the win, we got the 4 points, and we're up the top, and we can change our focus to what's in front of us, the quarter-final next week now. So credit to the Highlanders. They came out, they're gutsy as tonight. They've had a gutsy season and been really unlucky, so we knew they weren't going to be easy tonight, and they showed that, truthfully.
Yeah, they did a great job at coming back and getting a bit of momentum going into that second half. But when you look at your campaign, you've been here before, you know what it's like to get to the top of the table or relative to the top of the table. What has the change of focus been this season to make sure that you go one step further this time round?
That's a pretty big question. Look, I think we just got to take it one step at a time. We've got to grow our game to a place that we think can play finals footy, that's multi-dimensional, can play it tight, can play it wide. I feel like we've done a reasonable job of that, but look, all the regular season doesn't matter now. It's what you can produce in the finals, and we've got a quarter-final next week, and we need to bring our best game. It's a tight competition. Whoever we're playing, it's going to be a tough match, and we've got to bring the best version of ourselves to get the win.
You said tonight you feel you weren't perfect. What are the areas you'll work on going into that quarter-final?
Yeah, we got a little bit easy in the first 20, and then we started to get a little bit loose. Started to throw through offloads, turned over the ball quite a lot, and it's hard to build pressure when you're turning over the ball. So we talked about just being a little bit more direct, doing what we feel like our game feeds off. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of a learning just to stay at what we know we're good at.
Tough night, couple of injuries yourself. You've got a bit of blood there, so we'll let you go and get that cleaned up. We're going to go and find Ethan de Groot now, who is with Joey Wheeler.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, Ethan.
Welcome back to Sky Sports coverage of Super Rugby Pacific, and yes, of course, the Chiefs have done it. They have secured that top spot and home ground advantage, 41 points to 24. There it is, set in stone. They've done a wonderful job. I have got Jeff Wilson, Mills Muliaina and Clayton McMillan. So thankful that you can come over and talk to us after that. Congratulations, a great regular season. On to the finals we go. How are you feeling after tonight's victory?
Oh, I was nervous. I was nervous on that one. You know, like we always had our noses in front, but Highlanders is a tough team, you know, and knew they sort of never really had anything to lose, and they just kept throwing punches at us and a little bit of collateral damage, so they pushed us right to the end.
Yeah, a few sore boys, I imagine, after that. Quinn's eye, he looks okay. They gave us a thumbs up during the coverage, but that would have been hold your breath stuff there for a minute.
Yeah, oh, look, injuries are going to happen, but you never want to see anyone sort of get stretchered off. And but it was good. We walked in at half-time and he was walking around offering a bit of advice, so he's all right.
In terms of a reminder, was this a good game for that? Given you were so dominant last weekend, the fact you don't want to get ahead of yourself, do you get the sense even at half-time you knew you couldn't relax? And that moment after half-time where you scored very quickly, you desperately needed something like that to happen. Is that the way you felt about the contest?
Yeah. Like we knew the importance of the team, of the game, and us needing to win, sort of solidify ourselves in that first place. We were well aware of that. As I said to you at half-time, Jeff, I just felt like we got it too easy in those first 20 minutes, and that's really what we didn't need. As much as I, like the scoreboard, just encouraged us to become loose. You know, we didn't complete our sets. We allowed the Highlanders back in the game, and that's exactly what we tried to avoid. But
you must have been, sorry, Clayton, you must have been really pleased about the tempo that you controlled also in those sort of down periods. You went wide, but also the ability to roll your sleeves up and go, hey, well, it's not. We want to control that rather than giving it back to the Highlanders. Yeah,
absolutely. I applaud the lads. Like, they found a way, and it wasn't always pretty, but we found a way. And we had a number of changes through injuries to our back line, some early changes in our forward, so it lost a little bit of cohesion. But ultimately, when the moments come, a line-out maul penalty, scoring a couple of tries, one straight after half-time, one right at the end, just gave us the breathing space we needed. But it was a tough game.
Clayton, have you been thinking about finals footy the last couple of weeks? I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but in terms of the fact you've been there a couple of seasons now, you're trying to go one step further. That game that it's going to take against the top sides, against the teams that know who you are now. You would have played them a couple of times during the season. Have you thought deep in that? Have you started to prepare mentally for that?
Yeah. Like as coaches, we're always sort of looking forward and anticipating who we might encounter and doing a little bit of homework around that. But we celebrate, finishing first and having the luxury of being able to sit back and watch everyone else over the weekend. We'll need that, and then we just come in on Monday, generate a lot of excitement around being in finals footy again, and we know it's different, and every game it's on the line, so it's where you want to be. You enjoy being at this that pointy end of the season, so yeah, we get excited about it, and who we end up playing is whoever earns the opportunity to push through.
You've got some hard decisions to make. You've been able to rotate your squad throughout the season, some tough positions up for grabs, but the quality of that. What does the process look like for you as coaches when you're picking your squad leading into the finals?
Best man for the job, so there'll be no rotation from this point forward. We'll just be putting the best possible team that we can out, whoever we play next week. I'm not too sure who that is after tonight. Like, there'll be a few banged up bodies, but we did manage to give a few guys a little less minutes out in the middle, particularly around our front row. Simon Parker, who's played big minutes, and a few other guys who didn't make the trip. So yeah, we'll just reassess tomorrow, medical clinic, and then go again on Monday. That's all we can do.
Well, you go and enjoy a little bit of a rest before you crack into finals footy. Congratulations on finishing top. Enjoy the next couple of weeks. We're going to go and find Joey now, who's got Jamie Joseph.
Oh, Jamie.